know if you're hearing me because I have some problem with the microphone earlier. So let me know if you're hearing. Are you guys hearing me? Are you hearing me? Anybody? Yes, you hear now? Okay. All right. I switch the microphone, so maybe that make a difference. Thanks, Denise, and welcome back to the live. Yeah, but I was saying, I'm sorry that I couldn't do a Sunday morning live or Sunday morning vibe yesterday because JPS shut down pretty well. I'm doing good. I'm doing good. It just I was just telling you about the reason why we didn't do it having a Sunday morning vibe yesterday. The weather here, Denise, is it's nice. It's just the dryness that we want some rain now. But to be honest, the breeze, it's breezy and cool, and the here is just nice and refreshing. You know, we're just longing for rain because our plants and our flowers need the water, and we have to be buying water to keep up with them. But other than that, everything else is great. You know. So yeah, thanks for asking, and hope you're doing as well, doing good as well. When's the last time you come back to Lovers Leap, Denise? I know you're from that area. Are you still living there, or are you away somewhere? Sorry, I'm out here in the gazebo here enjoying some watermelon. Don't mean to make you guys feel bad. Have the watermelon there, and it's a nice day, and something that you can eat, fill you up, and at the same time quench your thirst. Are you still living here in Jamaica, Denise? Are you still here, or are you in Faring? Okay, you're in UK. All right. When are you coming back out to visit? What time is it now in the UK? But evening time or morning? Yeah. But as I was saying before, yesterday was we have a shutdown power from Watchwell to Junction to Santa Cruz. So there was no power here from 7 in the morning till 7 at night. So I was trying to save my phone battery, so I didn't do any live and I didn't do any video. So I'm doing this live today just to say hello and stay connected with you guys. My house is across from Lovers Leap. Okay, right, that house is right in front of Lovers Leap there. Okay, that's nice. 17, which is 5 p.m. Okay, wow. So you're more likely just come from work or something. Yeah. Yeah, man. So no video yesterday. Well, listen, guys. I'm here, and just want to make something clear about my statement about America. I'm not saying I hate America. I hate the system. I don't like the system, and there's too much pressure, and especially, okay, just getting in from work, great. especially the immigration system, or they have such a bias attitude against people, foreigners, and foreigners is what really built America. So I don't know why they have such a strong and negative attitude against people. And so I've been to America several times, and the country is a nice country, and there are good things there, and many opportunities for people who are ambitious. But my question the other day in my video was asking, why is it that Jamaicans have such a strong passion for America and such a, so it's not about me hating and hitting on America. Hira, hi, how are you? Yeah, welcome to the live. So it's me saying I wanted to understand from a Jamaican person point of view and his perspective why they have such great passion for America. And that's all I was asking. I wasn't saying whether America is better than Jamaica, because you really can't compare America to Jamaica or Jamaica to America. America is a huge, a big industrialized country and very, very developed in every area, and they have money. Jamaica is a smaller island with people that maybe are 2.9 million people. You can't expect to have the same equality and everything across the board when it comes to job and payment and all that stuff. But if everybody in Jamaica should take an attitude, if everybody in Jamaica should take an attitude and say, the pay is not enough here, so I'm going away, then who's going to stay here to develop it so another generation can come here? So we have to work with what we have. We all can't just get up and take off and say Jamaica is no good, this and that. Bad things happening everywhere. And the crime that you hear about in Jamaica is not as bad as it might sound. People might make it sound even worse. And they like to say because Jamaica is a small island, that shouldn't be happening. Well, maybe that's happening because people are not putting in the kind of effort to stay here and train the younger generation and educate them and help them to understand that they can work with little until they grow bigger. If everybody's going away and said they hate Jamaica, they can't stand Jamaica because nothing is happening for them in Jamaica, so they're going away and go where it is better, then who's gonna stay here and make it better so they can come back? I'm just saying, hey, listen, you don't take that kind of attitude. If you want to go abroad and look a better life, I did. Well, I was a kid, but I did. But it's just not. My thing is, don't talk down on the place. Don't say, me not go to Jamaica because pure criminal live there. No, that's not right. Don't say Jamaica is garbage. That's not right. It's a beautiful island, and the system is a democratic system here, and the government system is just as good as anywhere else. People want to say there's corruption here and all that stuff. You want to know about corruption, look at the system they have in America right now. Look at the system they have in England. Look at the system they have in Europe. Look at what they have in Russia. Look at what they have all over the world in Canada. There is no perfect government. As long as something is run by man, there's going to be corruption. There's going to be problem. In the churches, in the churches where it's supposed to be a place of God and people fear God, there is corruption. So as long as you have man involved in something, there's gonna be corruption. So I'm just saying, don't leave Jamaica for the wrong purpose. Leave for the right purpose. And when you leave, you should always try, like Denise, she still have her house here. Should always try to develop or to maintain a base, a good solid base here, because this is your home. This is your home. And if anything happens, this is where you're coming back to. This is where they're going to deport you back to. This is where they're going to tell you that you don't belong there and send you back to. Or if in the long run you decide you can't take the cold and that system anymore, you want to come back, you need to come back here. So don't turn your back on this place and then find yourself there, not belonging there, and not belonging here. Because right now I'm telling you, this little island is looking very good and attractive to the Europeans, looking very good to the Chinese for sure, looking good for the Africans, looking good to even the small islands. Almost every month you got a boatload of the Asian people coming here. They have to be deporting them back and dealing with that. They're looking good to them. Jamaica is looking good to them. So when you are Jamaican and you decide to walk away and leave your place and say you're not coming back, don't be surprised if when you want the property, it's not here for you. But as I said before, hold up, my camera was down. Oh, that's why my camera was down. Oh, okay, your camera was down because the power was off. Okay. Yeah, man. But like I'm saying, I'm not against people going to America to make a living. I'm not against people traveling. I think every single Jamaican should travel. But you know what, Jamaican? Don't make it bad for yourself. If people give you a visa to come to their country, go there and come back on the time that you need to come back on. Because that's why you're having so hard time getting a visa to go to other countries. Because a lot of people are running off too much. And they know Jamaicans are good for that. So that's why your people are getting into that kind of thing. Raska. Is it Rizka or Raska? All right. Whatever, what I'm talking about. Brother, the mic is too close to your mouth. Okay. Thanks, man. Let me see if I can pin it down here. Is that better, guy? Is that better? I'm reading the comment, don't worry. Is that better now? Or maybe I'll just put it over here somewhere. I'll put it on the table there. Should be able to pick up still. Okay. Are you hearing me now? Is that good? I put it on the table. Is that good? Much better. Okay, thanks, man. So I can't hear myself. I'm hearing myself good, but I can't hear it through the mic. So you guys have to let me know. Thanks a lot, guys. Yeah, man. But like I'm saying, I'm not against people going to America, traveling. I think everybody should travel. Everybody should get the opportunity to travel because that's how your knowledge grow. Cool, man. Quarter Japanese, quarter Indian, half black Jamaican from Montego Bay. Are you still living in Montego Bay, or are you living abroad? I'm sure you understand what I'm saying about people traveling. That's how we become more knowledgeable. You're in Japan now. Okay, great, man. Great. Bless up yourself. That's how we learn. That's how we gather knowledge by going to different places, travel to different places. And I know a lot of people want better, but if Jamaicans keep taking off and running off on the visa, it's making it more difficult for other people to travel because the immigration is not going to trust you. And that's what's happening. We need to develop that level of trust with countries that they know that when these people come here, they always go back. And you apply to the system properly to get them because you're not running from a war-torn country. You're not running from a country where people are oppressing you. You're not running from a place where you need to be like a refugee. So you can apply. If you apply and you go there, I have a friend that went to America recently and we're talking and he's just there for a month. And I said, buddy, no matter what you do, man, don't, make sure you come back on the right time. And he said, yeah, man, I'm coming back. He's coming back. He have his taxi here, have his business here, his children here. He's coming back. You know, I'm just saying, you know, you have a 10-year visa, man. Just make sure you do the right thing and you can travel back and forth. When they trust when the time, the opportunity come, if you can get the opportunity to apply for your green card and you go there, do your thing. But, you know, it's good that you build that level of trust. So, you know, but whatever you do, always make sure you have a base right here. Thanks, Denise. Always make sure you have a base right here. I'm sure, Denise, if you want to come home today and you decide enough of England, you're going to come back home. You don't have to worry. You have your house right down the street here. So you come back and you engage because you said you come back every year and so on. And you engage in your community. You're still a part of it. So you can be at home here. You don't have to live here in fear because you know the system. You're well cultured. So you don't have to have this fear. But when we leave with that negative attitude and we turn our back on everything, and then we have nothing to come back to, then a lot of people start saying, oh, you know, they come like, you ever hear that story about the fox and the grape? Or the fox is trying to reach a bunch of grape, he's jumping and trying to reach a bunch of grape, and he spent almost a whole day trying to reach them. And when he couldn't reach them, he said, anyway, they look sour anyway. You know, so if you can't come back, a lot of people burn bridge behind them and they can't come back and they start to say, Jamaica is no good anyway. You know, who want to be there? Who want to live there? Recently, my brother told me that he was watching a video of somebody talking about asking people the question about would you rather live in Jamaica as a millionaire? Let me read this first. My uncle went to the US for 3 years, and when he went back to Jamaica, someone living in his house, he had to call the police to get them out. There you go. If you leave it open and leave it exposed to people, a lot of people sometimes want to go in and live. Sure, some people in Jamaica is living a better life than exactly. I know the case where Raz is saying that a lot of people sometimes leave their place vacant. And if you're gone for 3 years and nobody's there, man, you know how run down that place gonna be. If I leave my home here for 2-3 weeks, and when I come back, it's so much overgrown and so much things going on. Can you imagine 3 years? And if somebody see that house and can get in there and go live in there and clean up the place, you're gonna have a hard time getting them out. You know, so you have to make sure that the place is set up properly under lock and key, or have somebody really respected and trusted to stay there. And you come back and forth, not leaving it for such a big gap. Come back and forth. Yeah. So when you leave, man, take your time, do the thing, do the right thing. You know, my mom went to Canada, I think it was 1970. And 1973, she started to apply for us. And 1976, before all of us go to Canada. And I remember we all went there, landed. You know? Oh yes, I am young from retirement, but I still build my house out there. Yep. Wise decision. Yeah. So 1976, we all went to Canada. I went there, landed. And I'm saying, man, I didn't even want to go, just because, to be honest, because when we finished school here, my father didn't have the money to put us to high school and stuff. So we went to Canada, we go to the school system, we do all that stuff. And, you know, I wanted to come home a long time, but because get married, you have kids, you have house, you have cars, you have responsibilities, you have to wait until the kids are grown, finish their school, and they're there now. My son lives in the States, my 2 daughters in Toronto, and, you know, I come home. My brothers and my brother, one in Montego Bay, is on line here now to Herbert. He lives in Montego Bay. My other brother lives down in Pedro Plain area, and I live up here in Southfield. But I'm saying, you know, do the right thing. And when the time is right, you'll be able to fall into the proper sequence of life without having to go through the bad, you know, how can I put it now, relationship between countries and your home. Where do you live? Where do you belong? And some people sometimes get bitter and say, You know, like Jamaica anyway and all that stuff. No. You know, if you do the right thing, start from scratch, do the right thing and be patient and work your way through the system. And even if you run off, I wouldn't advise it, but if you do and you start working, start making sure you do some investment home. Because if you get caught, you at least you have that home. Don't keep all the investment in the state. Because if you keep it there and they catch you, they're taking everything from you. You're not coming home with anything. So if you're there and you have some stallion, my real name is Ria Sito. Okay. But my friends call me Razi. Razi. Okay, man. Good night, everyone. It's 1:17 a.m. Wow, in Japan. Okay. Good night, bud. Have a good time. Thanks for tuning in. Yeah. So I'm saying build something home. If you went there on a vacation and you run off and you start working somewhere, getting some money, start building something home. You know, and put it. You should have an account or something established here where you're doing your thing without putting the money into somebody's hand. You know, plan your life properly, man. Be strategic. Plan your thing properly. So you're not at the mercy of the states and the mercy of somebody else. You know, plan your thing wisely and do the right thing. You know, so that's what I'm saying. When I'm saying, I'm not saying I hate America. I don't like the system, and I wouldn't want to live there. You know, American people are good people. I don't hate them, and the system, as far as opportunity is concerned, is good. But you cannot, again, you cannot compare America with Jamaica. You can't say you hate Jamaica because Jamaica never do anything for you. American motto is this: they said, "Don't ask what your country can do for you. Ask what you can do for your country." That's what one of the American president said, and that's their theme in their mind. The same thing. Don't ask what we can do for you. Ask what you can do for us. And the same thing. Don't ask what Jamaica can do for you. Ask what you can do for Jamaica. Don't say Jamaica never do anything for me. I hate Jamaica because life was hard there. Life is hard everywhere. You know, you got millionaires who's trying to come to Jamaica to live. And you got millionaires who are here trying to go there to live. The grass is always green on the other side. So, don't take that attitude, man, because eventually, sometimes, like they said, there's no place like home. Sometimes you find yourself having to come back home. You might have to humble yourself and do it. Sorry about that, guys. I'm just have to take advantage of my melon before they go all warm here. Mm-hmm. Oh, 100% Jamaican dollar is 926 Japanese yen. Mm. 1,000. I said, sorry, I read wrong. 1,000 Jamaican dollars, 926 Japanese yen. Mm. Okay, that's cool. So it's not all. I'm trying to make a calculation here, but I'm slow with that. I'm trying to compare. Anyway, yeah, that sounds good to me. I don't know if it's a good thing. It sounds like a good idea. Maybe yes, sir. I can come back anytime. Definitely. Yep. And that's the way I like it. You're a young woman, and you understand the value of home. You understand the value of having your own place that you can flex back and forth. When you come, you don't have to go to a resort somewhere and act like tourists. And said, I don't know if I can go up there, man. I don't know if I can. We have friends, that people that we know that vow that they wouldn't come to Jamaica, and if they do come to Jamaica, they would go to some resort or something. But when they come here and they see how we live, it's like, whoa, where can I find a place to live? Where can I find a place here? Hey, Marie, hi, Ivy. Marie or Ivy. Yeah. The people, it's just, I guess I'm just on this one thing all the time, but I wanted to just say to people that when I was talking about America, I was only asking the question, and I wanted to get an honest, clear answer from people. Is it Are you fascinated with the romance of being able to travel? Does it make you feel like you're in a better bracket than other people? Does it make you feel like you're better than the average person who can travel when you go to America, and especially if you go to America? If you go to Canada or England, you don't you feel as special as you feel when you go to America? You know? Yeah. Yes, guys. Like Marie said, if you like the video, if you like this, give me a thumbs up or press the like button. Yeah. So I'm asking the question: Is it about money? Is it always about money? I know a lot of people go for money, a better job, but is it about money or is it about a status? I love my country. When I was building my house, some of my friends telling me I am wasting my money and how they would be happy to have a roof over their head out there. Oh, I know they would be happy to have a roof over their head. Definitely, definitely. Denise, when I was coming here, my wife was alive, and we were coming. Her family was telling her, "Don't follow him and go nowhere." They were telling her and telling her foolishness about what you going to back to Jamaica for and all that stuff. And she was a little bit confused whether she wanted to be here or not. But she came here and she spent 5 months and she didn't want to go back. When we go back to Canada for some medical purpose for her, which she didn't make it. But in that time, she was looking forward to come back home. She came here and she realized that all the foolishness that they were feeding her wasn't so. She have a brother living in Montego Bay. The guy is doing well. He have several stores and he's doing well. He never want to go to live in America or Canada. He's doing well here. He visit there when he wants to visit. She came and see him. He came up here and looked for her several times, and she realized that people are living here, living their best life here. Yeah. Denise Mary Hoffman is my sister. Just say that, the same person I call Ivy, her nickname. Mm-hmm. Yeah, man. So again, I said that yesterday I couldn't do the live, or I couldn't do the vibe because power were down from 7 to 7, and I had to try and preserve my phone, the power and my data, not to use up too much data. So I didn't do anything. I wanted to make a video, but I wouldn't be able to post it until today anyway. So it just says I might as well just do this today. Yes, guys. Yeah, and I went over by my friend, that lady that I showed you her. She's planting the lettuce and the pepper. Yeah, so she's out of town today, and she asked me to um to water the lettuce for her. Oh, I didn't see them, Herbert. I didn't see comment. If I should move from Jamaica or from Japan, I would move to Canada. Yeah, listen, every country, every place have its own up and down. They have you know, to me, I live in Canada so long that whenever I go there, and because my wife died again, because my wife died, when I go there to visit my daughter and every time we go into certain stores or a certain place, it made me feel sad because I remember she and I, it's 37 years we're together. You know, we go all over the place together there. And, you know, every time I go in that certain place, I keep remembering she was there with me and I feel myself fighting back tears. So I don't like to go to Canada. You know, I just want to go there quickly, visit my daughter and come back home. So, yeah, that's where I'm at with that. And plus the system again is pressuring. You know, I couldn't live there now, retired and live there. I couldn't live there. So I tell a lot of people, I say it's good for young people to go to try and build a life if you can do it, if you're ambitious and can do it. So, you know, I'm against that. Yeah, man, but it's you know, it's all good. I prefer the system in Canada than the US. A lot of people prefer the US, but I prefer the system in Canada. You know, a story of the fools who said he would rather be homeless in America than be a billionaire in Jamaica. Yeah, I was touching on that story before, and it slipped my mind. Yeah, my brother told me about this guy he was watching on YouTube, and the guy asked him, "Would you rather be a billionaire in Jamaica? If you were a billionaire in Jamaica, would you move to the state?" And this guy said he would rather be a he'd rather be homeless in America than to be a billionaire in Jamaica. Now, you know, what kind of a mentality is that? You know, what kind of mentality is that? I don't know, man. You know, it's just, I don't know. Maybe he had some really, maybe he was involved in some bad things here and had to run away. Hmm. Sorry, guys, just taking care of my watermelon here. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So I was helping out my friend. She's out of town for the day, and she asked me to water pepper and her lettuce. So me and the neighbor went and watered them this morning. I went back again, and I thought I was gonna make a video while I'm doing that and talk to you, but um, I just thought, nah, you know, I don't wanna overexpose her place, you know, and I know it'll be all right with her, but you know, I don't want to do that. So I decided, you know, I'll just come home and come out here and do a live instead. Yeah, man. But we have to be wise about decisions that we make in life. Herbert, Denise is saying hi to you. I said, welcome to you. We have to be wise about decisions we make in life and how we do it, because if you build trust with people, they will trust you. And I'm sorry, but in a lot of ways, Jamaican have not built trust with America or Canada to show them that I can go there on vacation or visit my family and friend and just return back home. You know, they always try something, and doesn't matter how much they tell us it's not gonna work, they still think it's gonna work, and they mess up themselves. See, that's the life I love in Jamaica, to do things together and live as one. Yep, yep. Right now, Denise, I have so much ripe banana upstairs. I don't even know what to do with them. Somebody said make banana fritters and this and that, but it's just me alone. Like, I can't make all this stuff. I tried to give some to my brother yesterday, and he took just a small amount. And my neighbors called me asking me, "Hey, Libert, you want some more ripe banana?" I said, "No, man, I have too much, you know. I got some from my own property, and a friend down the street gave me another big hand. And it's just like, I'm trying to eat them, go through them, but, you know, I have too much, man. People just give you stuff. And the watermelon I was eating here is a farmer friend of ours that gave my brother two of them, tell him to give me one. And we just have stuff. We just sell things. But that's where we live here. Yeah, I'm telling you, man. It's just and they're really nice bananas. I have a whole big hand of I think it's Gros Michel, and I have another big hand of a smaller banana. It's not bumpy banana. It's like a Valerie. They're about that long, but they're thick and they're sweet and they're when they're ripe, they almost eat like bumpy banana, but they're not. But they're really good. And yeah, just have a lot of stuff here to go through. But it's life out here, man. When you come back to Jamaica, then you should give me a shout out. I mean, we can stop by, the place over there, have a chat, right? Lovers Leap. Okay, you see you're right in front of Lovers Leap. So yeah, give me a shout out when you come back. That is the blessing living in Jamaica. Definitely. Yeah. Did you guys watch a festival thing yesterday? The songs and the winner. I like that song that young girl sing. I vote for her too. I vote twice. 'Cause you can vote as much time as you want. I vote twice for her, and she won. So I feel good to know that I picked the right song. Definitely, definitely. Yeah, yeah, man. That's how we live. That's how we live here, and there's no stress. What was it? I think my younger sister asked me this morning something like if I don't feel lonely, like my older sister is not here, and I said no. I just feel free, relaxed. At night, last night, my brother was here with me from Friday till last night, and he left here about 9 o'clock last night, or 8:30 or 9 o'clock, somewhere there last night, because we were watching the festival thing. And I just sat there on the sofa watching more TV. I think I watched another movie until 11 o'clock, and then I just thought, oh, I'll just go lie down. I went and lie down. Next thing I know, I get up this morning again. So I'm peaceful, man. The place is peaceful. The neighbors are nice. You know, there is no, I don't know. There's no negative thing I can say about here, man. So I'm just talking to people and I'm saying like I'm going back and forth, with them. I'm just talking about the fact that I was looking for a completely clear and honest answer. Some people cannot take offense to it because I say I don't like yeah, I don't like the system. That's why I wouldn't want to live in America. And it's okay if you say you don't like the system in Jamaica, you don't want to live here. That's fine. Everybody has to do their own thing. But America is not my home. If I was born in America, I would feel different. My son and my two daughters are born in Canada, and my son is now living. He was living in New York. Now he recently moved to Florida. And I keep telling him, man, you should have a base in Canada. I don't care what you say. You should buy a house or buy a condo or something in Canada. Because if you need to leave the state at any time, you need to go back to Canada. You know what I'm saying? Try and get your Jamaican citizenship too, because your Jamaica is your heritage. That if I ever pass on, I want them to come and occupy this house, or they can do whatever they want to do with it. But I'm telling him, don't put down your roots in America because Canada is your home. That's where you were born. So wherever you were born, you have to have some kind of a loyalty and patriotism to that place. Definitely, yeah. I know in your area, growing lovers live there is very nice. I have a friend, Denise, from Canada. We used to drive bus together. He lives, that house just before you reach Lovers Leap. His property is lying in line with Lovers Leap. He lives right there, and he have some family live across the street from him. So they you probably know them, right? Because your house is just down the street from there. Yeah, and he and his wife keep coming back every year. you know, um, he was there. He's still there. He called me the other day. He said he might be going up to Canada in a couple of weeks, and he'll go up and then he'll come back down for the winter because he just feel like he have enough for the winter too. So yeah, that's a very nice and peaceful neighborhood. I sometimes go there and sit and chat with him. He and his wife, they're very nice people. Zena Brown, bless up yourself. Yeah, thanks for coming aboard. But yeah, I'm going back and forth here because I'm just all over. But my main thing was just trying to get people to be honest and straightforward about the reason why they're so passionate about America. Is it a status thing? Does it make you feel like you're in a better bracket, a higher bracket than other people? Does it make you feel like you accomplished something? Does it make you feel like you achieved something just to go to America? You know, or is it for the money? You know, what is it that make you personally, not just any Jamaican, but what is it that make you as a Jamaican person want to go to America? What is it that you have this? Why you have this infinite, just deep love for America? Because the way all people talk about America here, you know, I understand the tourist area. They ask for American dollars. They quote you price in American and Jamaican dollars. I understand that, but the American, if you know, let me tell you something. A lot of Americans copy, as a matter of fact, not just America, but the world. A lot of them are copying the Jamaican culture, the Jamaican slang, the patois, Jamaican style, behavior, you know, Rastafarianism. The people in the world are impressed with Jamaican culture, and Jamaicans in a whole, because our culture is very rich and strong. But it bothers me when I see a lot of these young men here are copying the US culture, which is very corrupt. I'm not dissing the US, I'm just saying that there's some, they seem to gravitate more to the corrupt nature and the corrupt things in America. I lived there for 12 years in the US and I make good of it before I moved to the UK. Okay, like that. I like that. Yeah. Yep. Like my sister said, Jamaica is the vibe. Jamaica is the vibe. Everywhere in the world, man, you watch these African people, in Ghana, Nigeria, Kenya, you name it. All these African people, they look up to Jamaica, they love Jamaica, they talk like Jamaica is their country. You know, this one African girl is a black beauty. She talk like she called the prime minister her prime minister. You know, she loved Jamaica. She's like act like she's a Jamaican. You have another one, I don't remember what's her name, but they're just Jamaican. And how are Jamaican people? That's what I'm trying to say to Jamaican people. Listen, man, some of the other Caribbean islands, them listen, they're jealous, they're upset because they feel when they go to places in America, other place, and they ask them, where you from? And they said, well, we're from Trinidad or we're from Barbados. And they say, where in Jamaica is that? You know, they're getting upset because people use Jamaica to identify the Caribbean. They don't recognize anybody else too much. And a lot of these people are jealous. You shouldn't be jealous, man. Just love, just be happy. Because most of these, if not all of them, I know it's the Jamaican embassy they use in Canada for everything. Because they don't have their own, they don't have their own place. But anyway, why then we have such a rich culture, rich heritage, and yet our people find it so necessary to disrespect the country. And I'm saying to you, if you're going abroad, go look for a better life. Look for a thing that you know. It's a very beautiful country, a very blessed one. You know, Denise, that Jamaica national anthem is the only national anthem in the world that is a prayer. And I think that's why God blessed this island so much. Because every time that anthem is read, it's really a prayer being repeated. And you look at the words of what the prayer is asking for wisdom, for peace, for love, all these things. You see, is what God wants us to have. That person who penned those words was a wise and a godly person. Yeah, man. So, Jamaican people, if you're going abroad for to better yourself, go there and better yourself. For crying out loud, man, abstain from getting into a violent thing and getting against the law, getting yourself into trouble. If you leave Jamaica and you leave there to go for good, go there with an ambitious mind, work hard like the rest of us, 2 or 3 jobs. Let me tell you something. My mother at that point was a single mother in Canada with 7 of us. Not one of us have ever been charged by the police for anything. Not one of us have ever smoked or do any kind of drugs or anything. Not one of us have ever get into any kind of trouble. My mother could go to work and do 2 jobs and come up, leave early and come up late and come see her dinner ready for her. Come see the place clean. And she know that when school was finished, we were all home, except unless we have a part-time job and we come home later. All 7 of us, 4 girls and 3 boys, no problem, no trouble, nobody getting pregnant before time, nobody getting into any kind of trouble or anything. Everybody, every one of us marry and live in good standing, having our kids, and they are all grown up now and making good of themselves, and most of us are coming back home. So you don't tell me that you can't make it, man. You think it was all easy for us? Was a little woman? My mother was a little short woman and with 7 kids. You think it was easy for us all the time? No, but we'd never steal. We never get into trouble. We go to school, we study, we come home, we do our homework, we clean the house, we cook, we do whatever we have to do. And my brother and I, we will go out for a ride our bicycle around the place in the summertime, come back home, no problem, no trouble, anybody. And here we are. So if you go for good, do good. If you go there for good, do good. Make something of your life. And then you can come back and enjoy life. So don't disrespect the place. Don't put down the place. Don't discourage other people. Like my wife family was telling her, don't go back there, don't go to Jamaica, don't do this, don't that. We have followed this boy back to Jamaica for the go hard your work to come to Canada, and now you're going back home. Number one, I was the one who sponsored her after she came there anyway. So, but I mean, when our kids are grown and we want to retire, I didn't want her to live in that cold place because she was sickly and she was always inside the house. She was gaining weight. She was not active. And I figure if we come to Jamaica, at least we'll be eating better food, and she would have the outside. She can go back and forth. And when she came here for 5 months, you couldn't believe it's the same woman. She was so active, so interactive with neighbors and going place. Me and her would go over by Rika, my neighbor, and help Rika in her farm, rooting up her carrots and cleaning up carrots with her, with her tomatoes and all that stuff. My wife was active doing some of those things, and she was getting to like the place. But her health was bad, and we go back there, and things happen. She didn't make it. But don't let people discourage you. Yeah, she grew up, you guys with manners and respect. Yeah. For I if I can recall, Denise, when we were here, my father and my mother was together for 7 years of our life, and my life anyway, because I was 7 when she left. And for the next 7 years until I was 14, my father had of us all there, and he grew up. We were good. My father could go wherever he's going and come back and know that the housework is done, things are done properly. We go to school, we'll come back, no problem in Jamaica. We never have any problem. He never had to worry about any of us. Then when we left in our teenage years, we left to Canada, and my mother had us until we were 21 and 22 for the next 7 years, no problems. We were just that. And that's why me and my brother, my sisters are here still, and my other brother is here too. And that's why we are so close today still, because we stick to each other. We didn't keep bad company. We didn't go anywhere out there. We were just constantly with one another. And to this very day, a lot of people are saying they're amazed at how close we are still. All 7 of us, we're still close together. Definitely. your health get better. Listen, Denise, I was looking at a picture. My brother was showing me a picture of my wife and myself and him a few years ago when my wife was out here with us, when she just came out the first time when we came to buy the house. We are 11 siblings. Oh, wow. Yeah. We are 7. Exactly, Raquel. Welcome, Raquel. Returnee Raquel. She's in England too, Denise. Raquel is in England right now too. She's one of the, you know her. I'm pretty sure you probably follow her. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, my brother was showing me a picture of myself, my wife, and him, just when my wife and I came to buy the house here. And I look at myself in that picture and I look so sick, even though I didn't feel sick. And I wasn't looking healthy at all or anything. And my wife you could just see sickness in her face. And today, man, I'm telling you, I feel on top of the world. I feel healthy. Doing good, independent, strong. And my wife was saying that to me before she passed. She was saying, man, I'm so happy that you get a home in Jamaica. I'm so happy for you and everything. And I was saying, I want to be happy for us. But yeah, how things go. I don't want to go down that way again. But she died, and I'm here. I'm here. But when you're in Jamaica, man, you eat better. I don't know. The sun have something to do with it. Maybe the vitamin D, what you're getting from the sun. I think it is the sunshine. Yeah, that's right, Raquel. Yeah, it's right. That's true, Raquel. It's the sunshine and the fresh food. Yeah. My Filipino friends come here with me the other day, and I decided I'm gonna make some Jamaican breakfast for them. I came outside here. I cut some scallion, some thyme, some okra. I cut 2 finger of plantain, and I come inside. I had some callaloo cut up in the fridge, and the only thing that was not from the garden was the codfish. I boiled that fish out, and I made the callaloo and the pressed green plantain for them, and they love it. She said, no wonder you're so healthy because you're eating these things. Everything is from your garden. This lock up in-house not working. My girls can't wait to come back home. Sweet atmosphere there, yeah. Yeah, I listen, man. I understand how those kids feel, Raquel. I understand because I was with my daughter for 3 weeks in Canada, and I'm saying to her, I love to be here with you, man, and I'm saying about going back home. I don't want you to think I don't want to be here, but I just don't feel that freedom. My friend down the street that lived beside Denise down Lovers there, he was driving school bus, and he says they call him and ask if he's coming back, and he sent him a leave Earth. Man, after experiencing this freedom here in Jamaica, I don't think I can stay in Canada anymore. The freedom, the stress-free atmosphere, the food, the healthy feelings that you have. He says, I don't think I can continue living in Canada. I'll go back and visit my kids in the summer and not come back in the winter. Once you taste of this, there's no going back. Me coming to your yard for callaloo. I don't have callaloo anymore. I'm gonna have to plant some, but I'm waiting for the rainy season to come. Right now we have a drought here and nothing can grow, man. I'm not even planting anything because nothing. I just plant some flowers out front and I have to be watering them every day just to keep them alive. So I'm waiting for the rainy season to come back so I can plant stuff again. Yeah. Yeah, yep. But once you taste the freedom of Jamaica, man, and your lifestyle here, it's hard for you to go back into the system there. And that's why I'm just saying to people, man, don't throw a stone behind you, man. Don't burn the bridge behind you, Go make a living. Go look for a better life. And if you so choose to live there, live. But, visit. Come back and visit. Yeah, I hope so, man. We're looking forward to the rain. We need the rain. We need the rain. Maybe I'm going to have to start doing some dancing, some rain dance or something. But we need the rain. But you know what? It's cool, It's really, like you see the breeze right now, man. You can see the breeze and the trees and around here. It's really nice. But unfortunately, the rain. We need the rain because even the planting trees are like they're taking a beat, man. My guava trees. I showed those big guava from there. Like the leaves are just you can see they're burning, and then I'm watering them. I put a big water bottle there to make it keep dripping. They're doing everything to try to keep the plants alive. Yeah, but I, the fact that we are in hurricane season right now. I was saying to my neighbor this morning that I'll take this. I'll take the dryness above the hurricane, man, because this soon pass over. But it is what it is, you know. Yeah, I am just trying my best here, having your house out there locked up. It's not good, but I'll be home for good soon. Not going to wait for retirement. No hurricane, please. Yeah, I hear you, Denise. I hear you. Yeah, but you're a young woman, so just as long as you keep coming back and forth, when you can, you just come in, clean up your house, you know, see that things are okay, and you go back. But yeah, man, it's you have to make a living where you have to make a living. You know what I'm saying? And just spend your money wisely and focus on your goal. Like you say, you don't want to wait until retirement. You can retire at any age when as long as that you have what you can live on. You know, just do the right thing. And it sounds to me like you're doing the right thing right now. So, Raquel, let me ask you. I was watching one of Life with the Jam family. I was watching her this morning. She's saying about selling her house here in Jamaica. What do you know about that? I don't know. I know people are asking about house for sale here, and I know she lives in Mandeville. Is she selling her house in Jamaica? Denise, yes, that's what I do each time I send the money out there. Yeah. Okay, yes, she's selling. Yeah, but is she coming back, Raquel, or is she gonna buy something different for a smaller one? Okay, 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 okay. Yeah, okay, I see. I hear you. Yeah, I'm just wondering. Yeah, the way Raquel, the way how you guys title your put your title, like I'm leaving Jamaica. So make people think what? Well, you talk about coming to Jamaica and all that stuff, and then you put we're leaving Jamaica, and they say what? Well, I guess it's a catchy title, so people want to see what's going on. Yeah, I know. I saw when you were leaving there, and I know you're there. Yeah, but I know you're coming back with the kids to go to school. Yeah, man. But life is good here, man. Life is good, and I they were showing the Chinese building this housing community in St. Anne's, and I know it's not gonna be all Chinese living there. My girls are out of there. Hey, B, you wait. How you doing? Yeah, I know. I see how they love Jamaica. Yeah, but the community that they're building in St. Anne's, let me tell you, man. Let me tell you, people, man. Jamaican people. Listen up, listen up. You can't leave your land and go away and turn your back on it. You see what's going on, man. You see what's going on in the States? How people are getting deported, even whether they have green card or not. My son wanted to come and visit me the other day, even though he's Canadian, but he's living in the States as his green card. And then he just decided, you know what, man, with all what's going on, I'm not gonna be able to come. I just don't want to go to the hassling and the problem in the airport and all that stuff, immigration. You know, but listen, guys. Anywhere you are in the world is not your home. If you're born in Jamaica, you're a Jamaican. You're Jamaican, man. You have to have something here. Don't let other people come. Raquel. we need to teach, and I told my kids them this all the time. We need to teach people, the children, what our forefathers went through to get the freedom that we have today while we are celebrating independence. While we are celebrating independence. So they understand the problem we have, our forefathers, our foreparents had to get the land hold to them. How the English fought them and try not to give them the land, any ownership to the land, but they fight all this time. That's why they kill Paul Bogle and these guys. That these people are fighting for us to own the land. You can't come at this point now and walk away and leave it. That's why the Jamaican government is saying to the people, if you're living on your land, your grandfather owned it, your father owned it, and all that stuff, make sure it's in your name. The title is in your name now. Don't just assume it's your property anymore, okay? If your father and great grandfather and them died and gone, the property is not yours, even though you're living there. You have to make sure you get this title secure in your name. So don't walk away and leave your property and let it go back to the government, and the government take it and sell it to somebody and they develop it, and you have no more rights to it. Don't turn your back on a good thing. We have a good thing going on here, and Jamaica is moving up in the world. It's going to get to the point where a lot of our Jamaican people want to come back home and can't come back home. Don't let it happen to you. Don't let it happen to you. I love my country. I love my country too, Raquel. I love it too, man. And I am just, I'm just excited about the fact that I'm at 63. I'm able to come back. I came back when I was 60, for 3 years now. I'm glad I'm able to come back and enjoy part of it. Heading home the end of the year. Great. B, it's awesome. I told me and my brothers, we always say, man, at least if we die now, at least we get to live a little bit of it. We live a little part of it. We leave here when we were kids, 13, 14, 15 years old. We leave here, and now we're able to come back, buy our house, or my brother built one, and we able to come back and enjoy our country. We want to come a long time, but it's just, the system is, once you get into the system, you're married, you have kids, you have to make sure those things are taken care of, and especially if when your spouse didn't want to come and you have to wait for retirement and all that stuff. So this is it. This is what it is, man. And unfortunately, it happened to a lot of people. What happened to me and my brother, our spouse died before we were able to come, before they're able to come back and live with us. They died. His wife and him was building his house, and just as they're finishing the house, she come down with colon cancer and she died. My wife had a brain tumor, and they tried to do surgery. She had strokes and she died. And unfortunately, a lot of people I know here, a lot of single women here, older women, they live here, their husband died, and they come home and live. A couple of years, husband died or sick or whatever. Unfortunately, if you're blessed that the two of you are still alive, yes, it's sad. If you're blessed, my twin brother, his wife is still alive, and they both go back and forth. They're here, they live in Montego Bay, you go back and forth, Thanks, you would be. But it's such an unfortunate thing. Don't keep putting out things and say, I'm waiting for this and I'm waiting for that. Some people are saying to me, why don't you wait until 65? My wife didn't make it. She was 62 years old when she died. She didn't make it. If you say you're gonna wait until 65, who knows? Who say I have until 65? Right? Exactly, Raquel. We have to make the best of what we have to make. You know what I'm saying? Thank you, Denise. It's almost this year. This is almost October is coming. It's gonna be 2 years, and yeah, my older brother, his wife is 2 years and 8 months now. His wife died too. But I'm living here, man. I built the gazebo here because this was my wife's dream. She said she wanted to have the gazebo here, and I just wanted to have a little outdoor kitchen, but she wanted to have the gazebo, so I built a gazebo, and it's a good thing, And we would be sitting here right now, man. We would be sitting here enjoying this right now. But life is what it is, Sometimes you have to sit back and ask. And my brother and I was here. We were sitting on the veranda last night. We say, man, life just don't make any sense, man. Here we are, and the four of us could be here. Him and his wife, and me and my wife. All four of us could, and now. So listen, people, don't put off these things, man. And don't try to make when you can do it, man. You have to know where your money is at. But like I always quote this song from Kenny Rogers. It says, "You gotta know when to run, know when to hold, know when to walk away. Know when to fold. You have to know when enough is enough. You have to know when enough is enough. If you are up in your 50s and going up now and you're not rich yet, when you think you'll get rich, man, you gotta make good with what you have and enjoy life. Take it one day at a time, and that's how it is, man. Somebody was saying to me yesterday, well, why? But food expensive out here. Hey, it depends on what it is, because some things are more expensive here than abroad. Some things are the same price. Some things are cheaper. I could go down to some of these restaurants here, and you could buy a meal for $20-something. That's a big old steamed fish or escabeche fish and bami here. $25. Sitting on the beach when Saturday, me and my brother go down to Great Bay, and we bought big old steamed fish in our plate, man, with bami and festival and drinks. Just $27, man. $2,700. That's all. Where are you gonna go in Canada and get that kind of food? No, and you're, like I said, Denise, you're a young lady. You're a young woman. You have to do your thing, right? Processed food is expensive. Yeah. Food are expensive here too. Definitely. I go to Canada when I visit my daughter. When we go to the grocery store and you see you take out $100 to buy something, you're coming up with one bag in your hand. You wonder where all the money gone, because 13% of what you spend there is tax. 13% of everything you spend is tax. So here when you buy your stuff, at least you don't have that big old tax on top of it. If they say 2,000. In Canada, $100 is spent like $20. You break your $100 and you come home wondering how much you really go out with. See what I'm saying? Here, it goes farther, man. It depends on what you want. Certain thing I don't buy. I don't go to the grocery store and buy everything I want, everything there, because a lot of stuff, like I said, I have stuff spoiling on me sometimes. I'll be trying to give away stuff to my neighbors, and we all sometimes have the same things, So it depends on what you have, what you're buying, what you want, So, guys, don't compare Canada, England, Europe, and the United States to Jamaica. Jamaica is a small developing country, with 2.9 million people. That's how many people can hold in a small part of Ontario. Raquel did a video at the supermarket, show price, choice inside. Yeah, can afford ID buy small size. Hi, Bert. Hi, Simone. How you doing? How you doing, Simone? And everyone, happy Monday. I just came to say a quick hello. Yeah, I understand you're probably at work. You can plant a lot of things around your house in Jamaica. Definitely. And it's year round. Like I said, I don't plant some small stuff right now because of the water, but I have stuff here. I have a pomegranate tree here, right here, loaded with pomegranate, and I can't even eat them by myself right now. I don't know. I'm trying to give them away, but and I got my plant in there. I got banana. I got some sugar cane over there. I got a field there with scallions and thyme. You got stuff. So all this stuff I don't have to buy. Destiny, yeah. Okay, Raquel. Thanks for coming in, man. Thanks a lot for tuning in. Get you later. Yeah, all day long, Simone. All day long, man. Team Jamaica. Yeah, but nobody answered me yet. If you guys watch the festival song last night, I love that one with that young girl that sings sweet, some about sweet Jamaica. I don't remember the tune complete, but I love it. Yeah, it happened from Saturday night, but I was watching it last night. Yeah, you can tune into it on YouTube. It's there. The young girl, I forget what's her name, but she won. That was the best song to me. They have some good ones though, but that was the best one. It's about sweet Jamaica, something else. Sweet J. Yeah, definitely. With a young lady with I think she's still in college or something, but man, she sang really good and the music was good. Yes, guys. So that's how it is, man. So again, to my American friends, don't get offended when you hear me say I don't like America. So I don't go there. It's not that I don't like America. I don't like the system. It's the same thing with Canada. I've been in Canada for 49 years, and I don't like the system. To me, it's depressing. I feel free. I feel at peace here. And all I'm doing is I'm saying to you guys, if that's your thing, that's your thing. But don't put down your country. Don't disrespect Jamaica. Don't put down your country. If it didn't work for you here, it's not gonna work for everybody everywhere. You know what I'm saying? It's not gonna work. Yeah, man, Jamaica have a lot of talent. That's what you know the funniest thing be everybody around the world want to copy us. And for some reason some of our people want to go somewhere else. Denise, you better hurry up and return home. If not, I will beat you to it and stay in your home. This way it's not locked up. Well, nice chatting with you. Thanks for all your encouragement. Yeah, Denise, bless up yourself. Yes, guys. Thank you guys for coming in as well. You know, we just about 12 minutes over the hour. So I'm gonna probably tune out as well right now. Thank you guys for tuning in and keep watching, keep sharing. Put some likes on this for me, okay? Thank you, Denise. God bless. Okay, okay, stay safe too. Thank you. Thanks, man. I try to be. Have a great day. Bless up everybody. Put some likes on the video and share it. And subscribe. Those of you who are watching and didn't subscribe yet, subscribe to the channel. And let's keep the conversation going at some other time. All right. Thank you guys. Have a good one. Bless yourself.